all, welcome to my YouTube channel. In the last video we have seen the steps required for connection with Python with SQL in brief. So in this video we are going to see the steps in details. So first step, install mysql connector driver. That is, we will use through command prompt for installing the mysql connector driver. Second step is we have to import mysql connector module. Third, creation of connection object. Fourth, create a cursor instance. Fifth, through the cursor object we have to execute the query. Sixth, we have to extract the data from the result set. And seventh, we will close the connection. So all these steps we have covered in our last video. But now we will see how to install mysql connector driver through command prompt. First, we have to open the command prompt. Then we will write the command as pip install mysql.connector. If the connector is already installed in your system, it will show requirement already satisfied. Otherwise, it will add the connector in the Python. So in our system, requirement already satisfied. Now the first step is clear, that we have to install mysql.connector. Let's go to the second step, that is for making the connection. Check whether the mysql connector is installed properly. So import drivers in Python IDLE. Once again you have to open the IDLE. There you have to write the command as import mysql.connector. So let us see this through the example. Open the IDLE. Type import mysql.connector. If the connector is installed successfully, it will not give any error. Otherwise, error will be raised that connector is not installed. So third step, creating the connection using connect function. So here connect function is mandatory. In the connect function, we have to include hostname, username, password and database in the function call. So connect function is there and 4 parameters are there. Import mysql.connector first line. Then you can give alias name as mydb. Here mydb is alias name. Write mydb is equal, my connection is equal to, create the connection object. That means mycon is equal to connection object. mydb.connect. Connect is here function. Now you can write host is equal to, you have to write here localhost. Here I am writing error. First I will show the error. What error will come if you are writing host name here. Some students will do mistake by writing host name. So comma user is equal to root. Now this statement is going to give us error. Password is equal to, which you have used while installing the MySQL, that you have to use as a password. And database is equal to, if the database is already created, you have to write the database name in quotes there in the second line only. So fourth one is optional. That means database is optional but 3 are mandatory. Host, user and password. These 3 are mandatory but the database is equal to optional. Now let us create one database with exam 2024. So mycon is equal to mydb.connect. First step, connecting mysql connector. Second step, here in this program using connect function. So include all the necessary arguments, host, user and password. Then third step is create the cursor object. So we have to use the cursor function. Here we will create mycur is equal to cursor object. Mycur is here cursor object. Then mycon.cursor, and through the connection object only we have to call the cursor function. Then mycur.execute. Whatever queries are there, that is going to execute through execute query only. Create database exam 2024. So all the queries which you have already learnt in the SQL chapter, mysql chapter, you have to write in the execute function. Create database exam 2024. Then we have to close the connection. Now here first error will be host is equal to host name written. So one error we will get now. If we will try to execute this program, what we will get? One error we will get. So let us see the error also. Here I am showing you the SQL window. I will use show databases command. Whatever databases are listed in MySQL, that will be displayed. So here already you can check that exam 2024 database is not there. So you can see it is not there, exam 2024. And through the front end we are going to execute and create the database in MySQL. So we will execute this. Now you will get an error. What will be the error? Host name. Because we have written host is equal to host name. So instead of host name, what we have to write? Local host. That error we will get. See it. Interface error. Can't connect to MySQL server because you have given different host name. Host is equal to local host. Where the MySQL server is installed, that address you have to write. See the error carefully. So host is equal to local host you have to write. Now once again we will change host is equal to local host. With errors I am going to explain in this video. So now you can check no error is there. You can check your database through the MySQL prompt only, command prompt, MySQL command line client. You can see the command once again, show databases. Here you can see that exam 2024 will be created. Exam 2024. You can check. Here exam 2024 is created through the front end. So I hope this step is clear. After creating the database, you have to write mycon.close. Close the connection. So third step, connection object clear. Fourth, cursor object, because cursor object will help in executing the SQL query. So you have to use cursor object also. Fifth, which queries you are going to execute using the execute function, that you have to write. Sixth, extract data from result set. Now the database is created. Suppose you want to display the database in the front end. So what you will write? Here once again I will show you error first. What is going to execute, that error I will display first. So mycurl.execute show databases. This is a command for displaying the database. Same command you have to write in the front end. So x is equal to mycurl.execute for I in x, print I. So see what will be the output. Execute it. Can't create database exam 2024 because database is already there. So what you have to do? Create database if not exist. If the database is not exist, then only you have to create the database. Now next, once again check the command. Now what is going to display? Type error. None type object is not iterable. So that means here you cannot fetch data from directly X object. What you have to use? Using fetch all command. Fetch all means for displaying. If we want to display the data, you have to use fetch all command. So what is the fetch all? How you will going to write the fetch all command? Through cursor only. mycurl dot through cursor object only. You will use mycurl dot fetch all. And here if we are printing X, what it will display, that also you can check. None, because it is not iterable. So next you can check print mycur, what is getting returned by mycur object, that also you can check. So here also you will not get any databases, that command only will display. So the solution is after dot execute, after writing the command show databases, you have to write fetch all command. So there you can write x is equal to myql.fetch all. Then you can write for I in x print x. So execute it for I in x print I. What you will get the output as whatever the databases are there in MySQL, that will be displayed in the front end also. Now you can check your database name here, exam 2024. So it is present. So this way you can connect the MySQL with Python. Then the next step is extract data from result set. That is clear. So 7th one is clean up the environment. So you have to close the connection, mydb.close. I hope you have enjoyed the session. If you like the session, keep subscribe for more updates. Thank you.